I have seen you, weak, trembling, afraid, not of me, not of death, but of the world, of the judgments of others. I watch you give them your power without even realizing it. You hand them your fear, your insecurities, your self-doubt, and they use it against you. What you consider weakness is their greatest weapon. You were born with a heart strong enough to move mountains, yet you choose to live with chains around it. Chains you forged yourself, made of the opinions of others, made of your own fears. Why? Why do you give them this power over you? You've become a puppet to their words. Every like, every comment, every opinion, real or imagined, pulls at your strings, making you dance. You care too much about what they think, what they say, and in doing so, you lose yourself. Their judgment is not your reality, but you believe it is. You bend and break to fit their image of you, and every time you do, a piece of you dies. Do you think I come for you because of what they think of you? Number, I come for you because you allowed them to break you from within. You let the fear of rejection rule your life, like a shadow that follows you everywhere. You hide behind masks, pretending to be something you're not, because you're terrified of being alone, of being misunderstood, of being cast aside. But let me tell you something. Rejection is a thief, not of your worth, but of your time. When you fear rejection, you waste energy seeking approval instead of authenticity. And in that wasted time, your true self grows weaker and weaker. Stop giving them the power to define you. Stop bending to their whims and judgments. When you let rejection hold sway over your actions, you rob yourself of freedom. You seek validation like an addict seeking their next hit. Your happiness is built on someone else's approval. Their praise becomes your oxygen, and without it, you suffocate. But here's the truth. They do not own your worth. The moment you begin to rely on others to tell you who you are, you give them control. You give them the power to make you feel small, to make you feel inadequate. And every time you seek validation, you open the door for them to take a piece of your soul. Stop seeking what they cannot give. Your value is not for sale. You are whole. You are enough. You think anger is power, but all it does is hand your power over to others. Every insult, every wrong you feel has been done to you. It feeds the beast inside you. And as long as you give in to it, you remain enslaved. Anger is not your strength. It is the chains that bind you to your past, to your enemies, to the things that have hurt you. You give them control when you allow them to pull you into that storm. Anger makes you weaker, not stronger. When you let anger take over, you give them the weapon they need to break you down. Failure is not the end. It is simply the beginning of growth. But you are so afraid to fall that you never take the leap. You build walls around your potential, thinking that if you don't try, you can never fail. But the truth is, by never trying, you have already failed. Your fear of failure is not yours alone. It is their weapon. Those who tell you you're not good enough. Those who laugh at your dreams. They are the ones who make you afraid, who make you believe that failure defines you. They only win if you stay in your cage. Do not let fear be the weapon that holds you down. You hold the key to your own growth. You give them your time. You give them your energy. You give them your very soul. And for what? To avoid discomfort, to keep the peace, to avoid confrontation. You believe you must please them, appease them, or gain their approval. But the reality is, you do not owe them anything. Every moment you spend bending, breaking, and sacrificing yourself for others, you give them your power. What would happen if you took that power back? What would happen if you stopped letting them control your mind, your choices, your happiness? The answer is simple. You would be free. Do you understand what respect is? Not the respect you beg for from others, but the respect you demand from yourself. The moment you stop tolerating disrespect from others or yourself, you take back the power you once gave away. When you allow others to treat you as less than you are, you break your own spirit. But when you stand firm in your worth, your actions, your boundaries, you reclaim your life from those who sought to steal it. Respect starts from within. You will never gain respect from others if you do not first give it to yourself. You wear a mask for the world to see, but the truth is, that mask is suffocating you. The more you please others, the more you lose yourself in the process. You think that by saying yes to them, by sacrificing your own desires, you will find acceptance. But what you are really doing is creating a prison of your own making. The moment you start living for someone else's approval is the moment you give them the key to your life. And when they have the key, you become nothing but a shadow of who you were meant to be. Stop bending to everyone's will. The only approval you need is your own. Regret is not a feeling that comes from the choices you made. It comes from the choices you didn't make. The moments when you stayed silent because you feared what others would think. The dreams you buried because you were afraid of failing. Every time you allowed someone else to steer your life, you lost a part of your true potential. You cannot change the past, but you can change the future. If you do not take back control, you will keep walking this path, carrying the weight of a life lived for others. Regret only exists when you surrender your power to someone else. Take it back, and you will never regret another moment. You stand at the crossroads now. Every moment you've spent giving your power away has led you here. But the good news is, you are not lost. You are only a step away from freedom. The path to liberation is not easy. It requires courage, discipline, and the strength to walk away from those who seek to control you. The chains you carry are not as heavy as you think. You have the power to break them, to walk in the light of your own choices, your own strength, your own truth. The path to liberation begins with one choice: to stop giving your power to others. Take it back, and you will be free. I have come for many. I have come for kings and beggars alike. But do you know why I truly take them? Because they gave their power to someone or something else. They handed their life over to the world, to others, to fear, to doubt. And when they stood before me, they had nothing left. No control, no strength. Stop giving them your power. Stop letting your weaknesses be their weapons. You control your fate. You control your choices. And the moment you take that power back, you will be unstoppable. The question is, will you take it back before it's too late?